Actually, not back to Dungeons and Dragons, but what do I know? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chaotic Lawful Inc.'s Pro Bono Week, where the whole week we are collecting money for charity. Three different charities, actually. The COVID-19 Response Fund from the WHO, Mind UK, which is a charity for mental health resources and help in the United Kingdom, and the Equal Justice Initiative that in the United States tries to help prevent mass incarceration and equal justice for especially marginalized groups and help. Thank you so much, Sierra, for our first donation of the stream already, as you can see down there, and you will be able to see on the overlay for the rest of the stream. We are 132 euros away from our next stretch goal, which is 1,500 euros raised in during this week, which is insane since we're only on day 4 out of 8. Tomorrow we have 3 more wonderful one-shots prepared for you. We have 2 on Friday and Saturday each, and 3 more on Sunday, and that will round us out. So we've got a bunch more things to do, but tonight we have a very special one-shot for you, For the Queen. For the Queen is a game of intrigue and mostly improv, because during the game the players will be interacting with each other and with questions that the game leader is going to ask them. And through those questions, they are going to meet their own characters because, yes, they have not prepared any characters. I'm sure the GM will explain it far better than I can, but all you have to know right now is that you, as the chat, by donating, let's make it 20 euros. I'll have to change that in the chat command because we set it at 10, but you know what? Let's make it 20 because there's only 3 questions. You can get the GM to ask you 3 extra questions, 1 donation for each. For the first, second, and third, basically the GM will ask you, the audience, one of those 3 questions, and your answer will define the characters within the game. So basically you get to define a part of their character for them. And I think that's really cool, and I think that's worth 20 euros to charity. As always, there will be a giveaway in our short break. Yeah, see, that's exactly the chat command that I need to change. In our short break, we will do a giveaway of Underground Oracle's quarterly bundle, which is dozens and dozens of pages of TTRPG content and D&D supplements, and it's just a wonderful thing to win. It is digital, which means that the giveaway is completely international, and as always, every winner of the giveaway will also win a Purple Ether gaming bundle, which includes a system-agnostic chase system and their newly released new RPG. So you get a lot of stuff. A lot of free stuff. All you have to do is sit around here and watch the game and interact until the break, and I will tell you exactly what to do then. And thank you so much for all the follows. Fleetfoot Whack, Master Predator, Tacky Nut. Wow, and wonderful usernames too. And thank you all so much for being here. We're really doing this for a good cause, and we've already raised so much more than I expected to. The second stretch goal of 1,500 will make me play through an entire horror video game on stream, and I've never done that before. So I'm looking forward to that stretch goal happening soon. Fun. Afterwards, the 2,000 euro stretch goal, I guess I can announce already, is another one-shot of one of our wonderful DMs from this week that you will get to play in as donors, because guess what? For every person to donate gets entered into another pool of prizes where you can win TTRPG t-shirts, supplements, a full RPG. I think you can win candles, you can win a stitched D20 into a beautiful like side piece. You can win everything, so definitely donate any amount of money because that's how you get your first entry in. And for every 10 euros you donate after that, so at 10 euros you already get a second entry, which is, you know, just it's good business. For every 10 euros you enter after that, you get another entry, which means that you get more chances to win. And we've already unlocked our first stretch goal of 1,000 euros, which means that our wonderful GM Harlan will be playing a mini arc with 4 donors at their leisure, at their time schedule. And who our second DM is not yet released, but you will find it out if that stretch goal gets unlocked or is close to unlocking. Without much further ado, because there's plenty ado, because you guys have been very generous, we're going to switch over to our wonderful group for tonight, and they will be able to introduce themselves. Hello, everyone. Hello. Are you ready? I'm going to switch you over now. All right, everyone can see you, and now everyone can hear you. Hi, everyone. So nice that you're here. You are our last game for the day of For the Queen, and GMing will be Pen. Pen, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Pen from Plus One Pen of Smiting, and really happy to be introducing For the Queen to 4 players who have never played it before.
You're gonna have to explain the game to the audience because I was doing a terrible job, and then I was just like, Pen will probably do it better than I will. Pen of Smiting makes wonderful cartoons on the Twitter, and she will also plug herself at the end of the one shot, I hope. Otherwise, I will have to do it for her because her cartoons are amazing. Up next, we have Lagundo.
Hi, I'm Lagundo. I'm also the only person who works over at Loot Tables. I do Twitch streaming and content creation and make shiny things and put things to put them in.
Yeah, that's a very big understatement because Lagundo has been extremely generous towards Pro Bono Week and has donated 1 slim dice vault for us to give away every day. And Starbuck is yelling at me now that she wants one so badly. She's been trying every. Oh, there they are! Oh, look at it! Oh! And yeah, that Kickstarter is coming soon.
That's some sexy wood right there.
Yeah, so if you don't win one, or if you're like, hey, I want more than one, because you certainly might. You might want one for every dice that you have, then you should check out their upcoming Kickstarter. It would absolutely be worth it. Let me post your Twitch link in chat, even though you brought your own crew too, but so that everyone who doesn't know you yet can follow you right over there. Joe, hello. You get to introduce yourself again today.
Again?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Joe. I'm on Twitter, Very Tiny Shroom. I do nothing for a living except this, so hi.
Wonderful. Novelist.
I am Novelist, and I'm gonna be coming at you with a different accent again today. I do voices, and I'm a doctor. So let's play for the Queen.
Yeah, and you have hay fever.
I do. But apparently the accent somehow is making it better, so that's a good thing to remember.
Okay, great. If you want to hire a novelist, just do it. He's great. Jennifer.
Hello, I'm Jennifer. I'm a freelance illustrator and artist. Check me out on Twitter and hire me for your freelancing needs.
Yeah, just hire all these people. What could possibly go wrong? You'll just have a bunch of great people that you hired. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to... I just realized I didn't, introduce the channel or myself at all, but who cares? Let's just go straight into the game. Have a lot of fun, you guys.
Thank you. So, I know that a lot of people haven't heard of For the Queen, and we just went around and introduced everyone. What you notice is that we also did not introduce our characters. That's because we don't have them yet. And what we're going to be doing today is asking questions. For the Queen has a number of questions that are going to be shaping not only our character, but the character of our Queen, the country that we're from, the country that we're going through, and our motivations, so that by the end we'll be able to answer the question, do you defend the Queen? The Queen is actually, for this game, located in the bottom left, I believe, of our overlay. And you can see this is going to be our Queen. I'm going to be reading off our instructions so that we all know how we're going to be playing, what's going to be happening, and then we're going to be co-creating everything coming up next. Let's start. So the land that we live in has been at war for as long as any of you that can remember. And the Queen has decided to undertake a long and perilous journey to broker a secret peace with a distant power. The Queen has chosen all of you and no one else to be her retinue and accompany her on her journey. She chose you because she knows that you love her. So we are going to be alone on this journey. There are no armies. There are no extra people. There's nobody that's going to be following us or scouting ahead. The only people on this secret journey are here in this room. If you encounter a question that you find that you don't want to answer, you're allowed to exit out. Or you can turn to another player and ask them, I want to know what your character would say about this. We can ask more questions, we can do suggestions. Everything that we do is going to be creating more and more of our own characters, our own personal feelings, and our culture. This is going to be true as long as a game is in play. If you have anything that you want to X out, it will be taken out with no questions asked. You can also ask to pass on your turn or ask for a different question. And at any time, we can have something, if someone else has given an answer that you don't want included, you can have that X'd out as well. Also, it will be removed from play with no questions asked. With that, are you ready to begin?
Is that the
Yeah.
first question?
That's the first
I'm
question.
gonna have a different one.
Good. I will. The answer is yes. That sounds good. And we'll actually start with Novelist. Novelist, are you ready?
Yes.
You sometimes ready? You sometimes think you might be the queen's favorite. Why? And why does that worry you?
Well, you see, I, like I'm not from the country originally, but I came from the outside simply because I, in a way, secretly had an infatuation with her the moment that I saw her on the battlefield at some point, and I fell, and I went over and I offered my services, and she looked kindly down on me, and since then, every time I've gone above and beyond to prove myself, but I never feel worthy. And it worries me that she would think that I'm her favorite because so many people do so much more than I do. I'm not worthy. That is the one thing that I perhaps can't really say of it.
We have a loyal servant to the queen. Lagundo, are you ready?
Oh no. Yeah, go for it.
Lagundo, what part of this journey will be most
no.
difficult, and how do you pull the
Yeah,
rest
go
of the
for it.
retinue through it?
Secrets are always hard. They're harder the more that know it. There's only 5 of us on this journey, but that's probably 3 too many. You never know who you can trust, who will see us, a casual glance, and knowing recognition along the road. Far too many people, even with this few. I prefer to go alone.
Perfect. Jen, are you ready for your question?
Oh, but let's go.
Why are some others in the royal court jealous of your relationship with the queen?
Our most trusted servant, of course. Why wouldn't they be? I'm the smartest and the most well thought of, so. And the charmingest, if that's a word. Why wouldn't they be? It's only natural.
You are unquestionably the most charming. And that leaves Joe. Are you ready for your question?
I am.
You saved the queen's life once. How?
She was meeting with a certain paramour, and that paramour was an agent, or at least I believed them to be. But after I took care of them, I was thrown in a prison. I have not seen the sunlight till this day.
And so you believed that the paramour was an agent? Do we know if they were or not?
I was never told.
You still don't know to this day.
No.
Novelist, what promise did the queen make to you before this journey? And do you think she'll keep it?
I'm wondering what Lagundo's character would say to that.
Lagundo, what promise did the queen make to you before this journey? And do you think she'll keep it?
Oh man, this is intense. I've always envied the lords in their towers, finding their land, taking their peace, resting, relaxing. While I don't want it now, I want it for my child. Not a title for me, but a title for them. And I don't know.
You don't know if she'll keep her word, or you don't know if your child will inherit.
There's no child yet. Time can wipe away many memories.
Yes, not only yours, but perhaps hers.
Mhm.
Jen? You think of someone else in this retinue that may be the Queen's favorite. Who would it be? And what would make you think this?
I would like to know how novelists would answer this.
Novelist, you think of someone else in this retinue may be the Queen's favorite. Who is it, and what makes you think this?
If ever a thing, I might believe that we, Jennifer, might be more suited to the role of being the favorite. She is truly charming. She is intelligent and far more forward-thinking than I could ever be. I'm a soldier, and I take commands, and I serve. But she thinks ahead, and I truly envy her for that.
You long to be the Queen's favorite?
I
Joe, what did you bring with you that endangers the Queen?
I bring few things with me, but only one of them endangers the Queen.
Would you be prepared to use it to her defense?
I don't know.
Honesty. Novelist, what makes the Queen beautiful in your eyes?
I'd like to see what. No, no. To me, it's her stance and her poise, her capability to look into every situation with the calmness, but hidden ferocity and determination of a woman who truly loves her people and would put them before anyone else.
And you knew this from the battlefield.
I did.
And is that where you serve her still? In battle?
In battle, both physical and perhaps in politics, to have words with those that might oppose her on a council. Just words, never physical. And I do my best. I do my best.
If you serve on the council, does everyone here serve on her council?
Well, some in an official capacity. I, not so much. I stand by her side, behind her throne. And that's enough for me. I know where my duties lie.
Lagundo, you saw the Queen do something terrible to keep this retinue safe. What was it? And did you come to respect her more or less afterwards? I believe you're muted.
Sorry, I had myself muted because the kids were making noise. As I've said before, the more people who know a secret, the less of a secret it becomes. A knowing glance, a brief bit of recognition, the wrong person in the wrong place at the wrong time. No whispers. I respect that.
What did she do while we were on this journey?
Is that to me still, or
Hmm?
is that to me still, or?
Yes, you saw the Queen do something terrible to keep this retinue safe. What was it? And did you come to respect her more or less afterwards? So you witnessed her doing something that even you would consider terrible.
A random farmer saw us, recognized the Queen's caravan and colors. I told her we should remove them from the cart, but we missed one near the back. A small streamer of fabric, but very clearly identifiable. She went to speak with him, and when she exited, I heard no other voices.
Did you come to respect that? Or was that condemnable?
A rash decision, maybe. You can silence people with gold or steel, but a quick one, and I respect her decisiveness.
Jen, what is something that you do for the royal family that has prepared you well for this journey?
I am someone they meet with to discuss battle plans and how best to move forward with decisions, big or small. And am held in high regard by the Queen with regards to her own decisions, whether they have to do with the royal family or not.
So you're a strategist.
Indeed.
That's a perfect person to have on this journey. Joe, the Queen knows something about you that no one else does. What is it?
She knows my real name. A name that hasn't been spoken since I lost my family. To all others, I once was simply the spy master, and now I am nobody. But to her, I have a name.
Does that put her in greater esteem or less?
Once it put her in greater esteem. But after everything that's happened, I can't help but hate her.
Does she hold you by this name?
Only in private.
So you've taken private counsel with the Queen?
Before, yes. Now she does not speak to me directly after everything that has happened.
Interesting. I wonder who here speaks with you. Novelist, when did you know that you were in love with the Queen?
Was the moment I came face to face, and those blazing eyes looked down. I could not help but step back, stood my ground, but I but had to cast down my eyes and admit my defeat.
That was a moment. Was that a defining moment for you when you swore allegiance to the Queen?
Not that moment. That's a moment that's a flight of fancy. It was only later, fighting side by side, that's when I truly knew.
Do you believe she considers you her equal?
You're a funny one. I would not. So why should she?
Gundo, you suspect that this journey isn't about diplomatic negotiations. What else do you believe is going on, and why?
We've been at war since forever. At this point, it's noise in the background. This treaty, this trip, being so far and so secret, I suspect the queen means to slip away and vanish into the crowd.
What makes you think that she no longer wishes to be our queen?
Some of my companions, the others chosen for this journey, unique decisions.
Interesting theory. I'd be curious what other people think. Jen, you have a personal connection to the land that we're currently traveling through. What makes you want to stay, and why don't you?
I would like to hear what Joe would say to that.
Joe, you have a personal connection to the land that we're currently traveling through. What makes you want to stay, and why don't you?
This area is full of snowy capped mountains and pine trees. The smell reminds me of my home, of family, of my mother. But I am called away both for this final duty of mine and because they are ash, and to stay would only bring more pain to myself, and I do not know why she has brought me here.
So this is only terrible memories for you.
A mixture, bittersweet.
Spymaster has to guard his heart.
That he does.
Happens when they fall. Novelist, what do you do for the queen that no one else can do?
Hmm. When the moment truly comes for it, will stalk out into the night and, well, solve the problems that the others would not necessarily like to solve themselves. I'm a knife, or even a cudgel. A warning to send out to those that dissent. And it brings me joy, which is enough reason to let me keep doing it.
You are a loyal weapon and a tribute to this retinue. I imagine your skills will be used ere long. Segundo, the queen trusts you, but no one else in the royal court does. Why?
They're smart. Trust. Trust is a complicated thing. It has far too many factors and far too many facets and can be lost far too quickly. I serve the queen, and she trusts me because she knows I will do what I have sworn to do and why no one else does. Our deal is a secret, a true secret.
Your word is worth more.
For many, my word is worth nothing. That's what
And
makes it so powerful.
you have the queen's counsel and her trust. And that coin is sometimes worth more than gold.
Mm-hmm.
Jen, The Queen is responsible for the death of someone you loved. Who was it, and what happened?
It was my own brother, who, curiously, was actually serving the Queen at the time. I believe she called it a mercy killing. Never did explain to me how it happened. Never did question her. It haunts me still.
Do you think someone in this retinue knows what happened to your brother?
I think perhaps there may be a whisper here and there.
Which one of our retinue do you think might have that secret?
Gundo happens to be really good at secret, but
Mm.
one can only assume.
You can always ask. I want to remind our players that any question that's asked can be followed up with other questions. We are on a long journey together. Joe, what do you do to disappoint the Queen on this journey?
I bought my knife. She told me I could take a weapon as she was too, her battle spear, but I don't think she expected me to take one. I'm not sure why when I did take that old worn dagger from that rack, that she looked at me with sadness and disappointment. It's an old knife, this. I've used it for many things.
So it's not so much that you took a weapon, it's that you took that one.
Yes.
Do you know the story
This,
behind that dagger?
that's the story behind this knife. Is no special knife. A hilt of wrapped cloth and steel, easily cleaned. It is my knife, and is the one I used that caused me to fall from grace.
Now, that knife has a story.
It does.
Novelist, you are considered ugly by almost everyone you meet. How does the Queen make you question that perception?
In the way that she looks at me like a useful weapon. And in that execution of my duties. And there's beauty in that, though I may be a brute. I know what I do is art in its own right. Forget the scars. Forget all the marks. Forget the blood that never washes away totally. There's beauty in that.
Our Queen is a warrior. She wears her scars proudly. Perhaps she recognizes that in you. Magundo, there is someone else in this retinue you love besides the Queen. How and why are you keeping it a secret?
Because love is weakness. You provide someone a place, a thread to pull, a place to apply pressure. They can use that, exploit it, follow it, and find out things you would rather not have them find. My feelings are something I will take to my grave. No one can know.
But it is someone else in this retinue. How long do you think the secret will stay?
Funny thing about secrets. Once more than one knows, everyone knows. It's only a matter of time. I will just
Love.
have to act first.
Well, love is a weakness, but it is also a strength. I guess, like a weapon, it depends on who wields it. Jen, the Queen touched you once. What about that memory will stay with you forever?
The way that she was simultaneously warm, it in the way that she smiled at you, cold behind her eyes. Something was settling about it, trusting and welcoming yet distant.
She is a master of that, much like yourself.
You could say.
I could. I'm not the only one who notices the parallels between you. She is a strategist. She is charming. She can also be alluring and frightening. Sound familiar?
Perhaps.
Maybe. Joe, what makes the Queen ugly in your eyes?
Well, I once thought her the most beautiful woman that ever walked the planet, this little world of ours, and that I could continue to see that beauty every day and protect it. But now, after I was wrongfully cast down from my post that I held well, and it was given to another who walks with us, she is the furthest thing from beauty. And I know beauty because the thing that makes the Queen ugly in my eyes is what she's done. And the fact that there is one so similar to her that walks with us that has not done those things has me feeling strange.
Do you believe that they've noticed yet?
No. I am very good at a spy master, even an old one, must be good at concealing their true intentions and feelings.
Ah, but there's another spy master here.
That
The
is
one
true.
who posed you. Did you think that you were set up?
Perhaps. But when it comes down to it, he has a certain secret that I do know.
We have some interesting tender here. So many secrets. And a long journey to go. Novelist. When was the last time the Queen hurt you?
Willingly or unwillingly? That's the question. Willingly, perhaps. The only time was when we boarded the train. And I saw a face so similar to one I'd seen, with death in its eyes and features. I'd not expect it to be forced to face that wee girl. And whether it was done consciously or not, it happened.
Lagundo. The queen lights a fire in you. What is it?
Sorry, I didn't hear that for that noise.
The sound of
There's
approaching
a thunder in
drums.
the sky.
The thunder in the sky. The queen lights a fire in you. What is it?
There's a thrill in outmaneuvering someone. Playing them when they think you're playing one game and you play another. The battlefield, so crude, so simple. You spill blood and it's over. Waging war in the mind, that is far more exhilarating and far more rewarding. It's a game that I quite enjoy to play. That's why I'm the spy master now. Wouldn't you say, Joe? Isn't it fun?
Yes, Legundar. It's quite an enjoyable ride.
Jen. You are considered beautiful by almost everyone you meet. How does the queen make you question that perception?
Queen is very good at humbling one. Whether it's cutting you down to size, or ripping you a new one and tearing you apart. Very seems. I'll need to put you back together again so she can do it all over.
Joe. What do you do that pleases the queen on this journey?
I am, in many ways, the sharp edge to Nov's cudgel and shield, as it were. There are some things he cannot protect this group from. There were bandits of a sort that encroached upon our encampment while the Queen's guardian himself slept. They did not make it within 10 feet.
You are a swift answer.
So whatever the Queen requires, I am a tool, and that is all she sees me as.
It seems our retinue is full of tools, well used, well pointed.
But pointed where is the real question.
That is the question. And I have a question that has been submitted by one of the people in our chat. This is one that was pulled from the deck, not one that would come up by accident. This question goes to Novelist. Novelist, the queen is not your queen. Why do you serve her anyway?
As I've expanded upon before, The moment that angel of fire and blood stepped onto the battlefield and stared me down, that was the moment that I knew that all the things that I believed in before were simply fancies, speeches of weaker men. I found my calling, I found my niche. And whether or not the previous spy master might agree or not, everyone needs sleep sometimes. And she permits me my rest to be sharp, to be used later on. If that's not my purpose in life, I wouldn't know what is.
Well, that's a good question to have, because as we were going to our next part of the journey, an ambush breaks, stopping our retinue, holding us at weapon's point. The queen is under attack. Do you defend her? And we will go around, and you will tell me your answer. Then we will have a break, and we're going to start all over again. Novelist, do you defend your queen?
Tooth and nail.
Segundo, do you defend your queen?
I think he muted himself instead of unmuting.
You
Oh
did.
no! Damn it! Killed the tension.
Feel beautiful. Go. I want to
I
hear
hope
it.
the men I hired find their mark. No.
Jen, do you defend your queen?
I still need her yet. Yes.
Joe, do you defend your queen?
Queen matters little to me. But my new liege, she has decided to defend the queen. And seeing her spring into action, so do I.
Majority rules, 3 people leap to defend the queen, who, by the way, does a very good job of defending herself. However, the ambush is discovered, the spy master turned, and he is killed on the spot in a splash of blood. The old spy master has been raised to his old position, showing loyalty. And she takes her most stalwart of companions with her forward into the journey, sign the peace treaty, and bring this war to an end. This has been For the Queen. We're going to take a break, and then we will have brand new characters and a brand new queen. We'll see you soon.
That was so cool.
Holy
Oh, poor
shit!
Starbuck is
guys.
just going out of her mind.
Okay,
It's
okay,
amazing.
okay. I'm gonna bring you guys offline so I can announce the giveaway. Yeah. Holy shit. You know, God, that was amazing. Like, what do I even say now? Well, you know, the sooner I say this, the sooner we can get back and we can do it again. My God. Yeah, donate for that amazingness. Holy frickin' moly, that was insane. Wow, you guys. Okay, so, for our giveaway today during the break, you can win a Underground Oracle. I look wrecked. That's probably because I am. An Underground Oracle TTRPG bundle, which will give you extra bonus D&D content. Probably a couple hundred pages, I think, actually. So a lot. Along with a RPG and a, I think, system agnostic chase supplement from Purple Ether LLC. And you know, you just go ahead and type the word queen into chat. You can do it however often you want, and you can do it. It's not it's not. I'm speechless. It's not sensitive, so case insensitive. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. And everyone who types the word into chat, except for the people who've already won, of course, can win that bundle. I'm gonna go deal with my emotions. You guys type the word queen into chat, and we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes for another game. Holy moly. Whew. Let's go.
Shuffling cards. Oh my gosh, I just shuffled a whole bunch. I probably didn't want to do that.
How dare you be that good? How dare you?
But I mean, was it fun to reveal that I killed her brother?
Oh my god.
Because I was like, oh, she alludes to that.
I was waiting for you to do it. I was waiting for you to say it.
I was
Yeah.
waiting for the brother thing to
Okay,
come
well,
out.
hello there, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. We are back after a short break because, honestly, we just all want them to get back into it. We just want more of this. So, a little bit of a shorter break. I'm currently checking that no accidental bots have made their way into the giveaway. This is your 10-second warning if you want to win this giveaway of the Purple Ether Gaming Bundle and the Underground Oracle Quarterly D&D Supplement Bundle together, to type the word queen into chat, and of course all our wonderful players are eligible for the giveaway, and we will see who it's gonna be. Let me mark all that off. There you go. Novelists, you will get banned. Watch it. Someone please time Novelist out for 10 minutes. Just to teach him. No, we do not pretend to be bots here. I think only I can do it. Alright, I'm gonna click the poll, the winner. Mr. Tatohead, Sean! Congratulations! You won! Yeah. Heck yeah! We are going to be able to contact you pretty easily because you are one of our Pro Bono Week volunteers. Congratulations! And you know what? I'm not going to talk a lot. I'm just going to tell you guys that if you donate 10 euros, you can get Pen to ask another question to our wonderful group and make it even more intense or funny or wherever we're going to go. I'm going to go right over to them. And there you are. You guys are live again. And with a new queen, new possibilities, new characters, refreshed. We've had a few giggles. We've had a few palate cleansers. Have fun.
Have
boy.
fun.
Oh,
Are you guys
yes.
ready for some questions about our new queen and our new journey to create a new piece in a different land?
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. We're going to reverse the order this time. So we're going to be starting with Joe. Joe, you had a
Heavens.
moment to examine the card of our new queen? Perfect. Joe, why do you think the queen trusts you enough to bring you on this journey?
Well, that would be obvious, I would assume. She is my mother, after all.
Oh God.
But that's
Power play at the
strong.
first go. That's amazing.
The Crown Prince is with us on this incredibly important journey. I'm glad that we have a good retinue here to keep you all safe.
Oh, some of them. Perhaps there is one I do not particularly trust.
Oh, I think we'll learn more on that soon.
We shall.
Jen, what do you usually do for the royal family, and why does that make you an unlikely choice for this journey?
Handmaiden and do busy work. And honestly, not quite sure why he has brought me on this journey.
You really have no idea.
I might have thought or two.
A thought or two. Segundo, there's a false rumor about you and the royal queen back at court. What is it, and how did it start?
There have been times when I've tried to teach the queen to tap into powers, abilities, things that be. I seek solely to elevate her, to make her more powerful, stronger. Some fear my abilities, deem them unnatural, and therefore liked to start rumors that I was corrupting her, speaking all sorts of untruths. Could not be farther from the truth.
Of course, do you have a suspicion of who started these rumors back at court?
I do. Her son does not seem to like me much.
There's a story there, I suspect. Novelist, who is this distant power that we're traveling to, and why does it make you uneasy?
Well, you see, family in royal circles is a particularly difficult thing to traverse. Far more difficult than a mountain. Like, you could just mine through that. But no, I'm the adjutant to my aunt, the Queen of Nefaria. And, well, that's where we're heading, and I haven't seen her for years and was quite happy to just stay back in the warm country where we come from. Though, honestly, perhaps sometimes the never-changing season of summer does become boring. Perhaps this might be a bit more stimulating, if you know what I mean.
It has been a long time since you've been away.
That is true. Many years, never really needing to, well, come back. I did warn the young prince that, well, his complexion might not be necessarily suited for the environment. Oh, that young man has no idea what's in store. My aunt will eat him alive, no doubt.
Does the prince usually listen to your counsel?
Oh, no, 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 no. He is much too stubborn for that, though I do like to warn him, and perhaps someday I will worm my way into his mind. Perhaps pick away a little doubt. His mother has been way too protective of him, much too positive. He won't be a strong king, in my opinion. But, well, perhaps we'll see what this journey brings. Perhaps he'll make the right choices. Perhaps he'll surprise us all.
Perhaps you will.
Yeah.
Joe, the queen had you punished once. What about that memory will stay with you forever?
It was a it was a quiet punishment, of course. We cannot have drama in about the royal circle. And it was around the time of my older sister's death. It was so unfortunate. But now I am the crown prince, and such things are the way of life. She punished me for loosening the stones on the balcony she liked to walk on. Of course, there was no direct correlation, but I think she noticed a few things. Of course, nobody knows. I play the fool quite well, but that adjutant definitely knows something, and I need to find out
Hit
immediately.
that goal.
Does betrayal run deep in the family line? Or are you...
No, they are all honest fools to the last. So is my sister. She doted on me greatly, but only one can be king or queen, and she would not have made a very good queen.
I believe your mother agrees. Otherwise, your punishment may have been more severe. But it was kept quiet at court. Jen, what brings out the queen's cruelty?
I would like to know how a novelist would answer this.
Oh, well, she doesn't like to be... How's it is put in this country's language? To be contradicted, that's it. To have her plans fall to ruin. Like when that young upstart, her now only child, bless Sheila's kind heart when she fell. And that young upstart took up the ceremonial mantle. Oh, that was a joy to behold. And she made sure that everybody knew, of course. Oh, she made sure so that everybody would watch their backs to never show Joe our necks. Oh, and just to be careful. That's why I like tormenting him so. Because family, even though you hated them, you must never, directly or indirectly, shed your own blood. That is what the gods hate most. That is what brings ruin upon countries, especially if it's about royals. Less, of course, if it's a random farmer who is dissatisfied. Like one farm we can miss, but no, if there's bloodshed within a royal family, oh, oh my. The things that happen when such chaos starts to pay itself back to the ones that cause it. It is most riveting.
Where does it end? Lagundo, you were summoned to a private meeting with the Queen once. Why did you feel disappointed afterwards?
She called me one evening, said she had finally succeeded at a certain equation we had been working on for some time. The ability to peer through and determine truth. Bared true and there, and what she saw, there must have been something wrong. For what she saw and what she told me, there is no way it could be true. I
Do
was
you
so
doubt
disappointed in her.
do you doubt the spell or do you doubt the information?
I doubt the caster. Something had to have gone wrong. What she saw. There's no way that can be the truth.
Well, you were the one casting spells and teaching. Perhaps it was your methods, your lessons that were at fault. Or was there something that you learned unexpectedly?
Perhaps. Perhaps. I'm only mortal. For now, anyway. But yes. Perhaps.
Perhaps. Novelist,
Hmm?
how does the Queen remind you of her status while on this journey?
Quite simply, she demands I grovel, as she's done every day, but what terrific feat to grovel at, is it not? Much better than that would be kings, I suppose. That would be the day. And she makes sure that, well, she makes sure that I know that I'm not the same as the rest of the retinue. That I'm only here because it was a political necessity. What can one do?
I imagine you have ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, there's a part of you that doesn't want peace in this land. Why are you so attached to war?
What is many things? What is business, of course, and I have many fingers in that. But if it were. And so does our dear adjutant. I still don't understand that man. The other two, one a doddering mage of little import, the rumors I spread made sure of that, and the other has yet to make any impact I can see on the Queen, at least in my council. But he rejects every invitation. He does not permit me to enter his inner circle. I do not understand this man. Our goals are seemingly so similar, and yet I don't know what motivates him. And that scares me a little.
I imagine it does. Jen, the Queen gave you a compliment once. What was it, and why have her words stay with you?
Curious. It was about how good I was at keeping secrets. How good I was at expelling them when needed. Seems that you may have a purpose for me after all.
Lagundo. Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. What did you bring with you to protect the Queen?
It's a simple spell, but quite powerful. Not many would even realize it's in place. A small tag of leather on a small cord around her neck currently. For those of us not in this group, she appears as a random common girl. Just another servant traveling along. I, the likely target. But for those of us here, they don't probably even know that it's in place.
So if she's disguised as a peasant girl on this journey through a distant land, who would be the target?
I mean, that does leave one other of royal blood traveling along with us who would be quite valuable.
Imagine so.
How convenient.
I'm curious. We know that your powers are taken into question at times, but embraced by the Queen. Is it embraced publicly or privately?
In a sort, a bit of both. Her son cares not to believe of my skills, as do many others, or they deem them unnatural. There are those who believe, and those who find power in knowing how our world works, and how you can bend the rules, so to speak. But the common person, they likely don't even know I exist.
There's no one here who's not uncommon. Novelist, what do you do for the Queen that anyone else couldn't do? Why does she make you do it?
Well, simply because if I mess up, I'm a easy target, a lightning rod, so to speak. A foreign power interfering with affairs of state rather than an agent being called out by orders of the Queen. And she knows that I will accept this rather gladly because of the secret that we share. And it is the least that I can do. And perhaps my lot of fate in life, who knows? Sometimes it is best to have a foreign knife or a foreign tongue to influence what goes on within your borders. And not just your borders. But I stray too much.
You are clearly an asset to this retinue. So, what do you do that pleases the Queen on this journey?
Well, I bought. So I was given the choice of who we take with us, or at least for one. She chose me, her adjutant, her mage, and one other, and I chose one who she believes is loyal, and she was very pleased about this. But for that one person, I have something or someone they would like to see safe. And as long as I remain safe, so do they. Isn't that right, Jen?
Think you're
I
there we go. As long as they're safe.
I
Yeah.
what? Repeat that?
I'm so glad that he has made insurances that as long as everyone is safe, we'll have a nice and peaceful journey. Isn't that correct?
I was not going to mention it.
Well,
It's already been brought to light.
well, your question is, when did you know that you would never forgive the Queen, and why?
It's funny, the secrets that you hear when you're merely someone who's trusted to clean trusted enough into the rooms others may not be. Over here behind the walls, people don't think you're listening. Heard rumors about the prince and the queen, and it struck me. Curious. Oh, almost. With a vicious intent to it. Biting. Thing about a mage. The walls are thick. I knew there was something in their voice I couldn't quite trust anymore. Next time I saw her,
Do you think that she's been corrupted by the mage?
and magic is something that's unknowable. Could perhaps have done something. Perhaps it was the queen's own doing. Perhaps she's in cahoots with the mage herself.
A mage. The Queen thinks more highly of you than you do yourself. How do you know this?
I know myself but a student, scratching the surface of our universe, of our world. There is so much left to know, so many secrets to unlock that I have yet to accomplish. But even just being a few pages further ahead in the book than most still seems wondrous to the untrained eye. I'm but a child. Those around me are infants. We have much space to grow.
You know what they say about the student and their teachers. What happens the day that the Queen surpasses you?
I don't foresee that happening for quite some time. If that day were ever to come, well, the day before that would be the one where I would take my leave.
Wise words. Novelist, you arranged for the Queen to be ambushed on this journey. What did they offer you?
Well, what was the question precisely? Was it I actually arranged for for an ambush?
You arranged for the Queen to be ambushed on this journey. What did they offer you? And remember, this could be to your character or to any other characters here.
Mhm. Well, honestly, what you might know, I have my fingers in many a pot that might be bubbling on the economic stove, but the academics interest me just as much. I know of the mage's protection for the queen. Happily so. And so there will be an ambush, but there will be no queen. But there will be one of purported royal blood. One that has done too much to upset the balance. And perhaps, in a way, I will instead pay for that. For as I said, the gods do not look kindly upon those that directly or indirectly shed their blood. If it's truly their blood.
Just had a question unlocked from chat. A question that had been pulled and had not been able to come up in the deck. This question will be going to Joe. Joe. The Queen sometimes shows an interest in your personal life. How do you respond to that and why?
An interest?
Yes, dear mother.
She shows interest, yes. But I show her what she wants, which is little. She has never cared for me, as I am only... I'm not even her son. She brings the hidden child with us, but... I don't... I worry. Because I know she would not. Even if how much she wants to hurt me, she would not hurt my mother. And although I may have hurt my mother and betrayed her in many a way, I am the person she wants to keep safe.
You murdered her daughter, but you are her only son?
I am her son for appearance's sake. My mother is a mere handmaiden, after all, but my father was the late king.
Jen, what did you bring with you that endangers the Queen?
It seems I do not intend to. Perhaps not use it against her, but it was something that I was given when I had come into her council. Or, well, stories. They seem to get lost along the way, don't they? Field maiden, it's all the same, isn't it?
I'm intrigued with this latest twist and reveal. Gundo,
Yes.
you sometimes think that you might be the queen's favorite. Why? And why does this worry you?
Well, her appetite for that which is beyond the veil is insatiable. She wants to know much, sometimes in the areas that even I dare not delve. It worries me, it concerns me, but she is still young by a certain scale, and she can be molded, controlled, directed. But as you said, you, voice in the sky, uh, something about students and masters. That day is far off, but that does not mean it will never come.
Maybe closer than you think. Novelist, what promise did the queen make to you before this journey? Do you think she'll keep it?
Well, that question, as you might understand, has layers. You see, in politics, especially royal ones, marriage is often not from love. And as I said, what feet are they to grovel to? Sometimes there's dalliances, interactions which are unforeseen with unforeseen consequences. But she promised me retribution for our daughter. Dear Sheila, I can still see. I can still see how she looked. Her blue eyes misted over, and all the spark and joy was gone. I will, left or right. I'll have vengeance. She will keep her promise. I believe so.
And the opportunity is coming soon.
So very soon.
So, you have a personal connection to the land that we are currently going through. What makes you want to stay? And why don't you?
This was to me, yes?
Hmm.
All right. This, while barren, it has few oases that spring, and smaller towns and villages, hamlets, houses appear next to them, almost like magic. I never seen these places before, but I know my mother has. Does this remind you of home, Mother?
And why don't you stay?
Because my place is in the castle, and I will do anything to provide a better life for her. After what the royals did, after they defiled her.
Then we have our last question from the chat. I'm going to ask you, when was the last time the Queen showed you real kindness?
It was the first time she had shown me kindness. I had come into her council. First and very brief, if I remember correctly. Bleeding. Unlike her temper. Almost. I can't remember if it was a memory or if it was all made up in my head. Perhaps there, the mage. He deals in that sort of magic.
Does it make you think that she's casting spells on you? That she could cast spells on any of us without us knowing?
I'd had a thought about that once or twice. What sort of magic do you tend to work with her doing mage?
Oh, little of this, little of that. As I said, our world has rules, but you can bend them if you know where to look.
Well, if there's one thing that's become clear, the Queen knows where to push. Isn't that right, Joe?
Yes. It is.
Segundo, you saw the Queen do something terrible to keep this retinue safe. What was it? And did you become to respect her more or less afterwards?
Oh
Oh no.
oh no!
Oh no!
Oh
The Queen's
no!
dead! Game over!
We just have
Brief
game over.
technical difficulties. We are still live and alive. This should be fine. So, a word from this is
No,
back.
no, no out of
Huh?
game discussions. No, 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 no. Don't you break out of character. Stay in there. Hang in there, guys. She'll be back.
And we're gone.
Okay, we got her.
And then we're back.
And we're back.
Yes.
And we're back. That was exciting.
Huzzah. Don't worry.
Huzzah.
You could all take a deep breath. Breathe in some fresh, non-murdery air.
A moment of
Go touch some grass.
Yeah, go remember that it's all a game. And you can safely murder each other within the confines of the stream. And
Give it
then
time.
go back.
Time.
And outside the stream.
and we're back.
When for all of my teachings and all of our lessons, we've always established 3 simple rules. That what she learns through us. That she does not teach that which she does not yet fully control. And that she does not use her magic unless she is prepared for the consequences. She came to me, asked me to undo a mistake, told me of a complication from something she dabbled with in the forest on one of our evening stops. She broke one of the rules. I don't respect that.
But it kept the retinue safe.
Yes, but we were lucky. The the side effects of her actions were minor, but they could have been far worse.
Wise words. Novelist, the Queen knows something about you that no one else does. What is it?
Apart perhaps from the obvious, of course. Hmm. Well, as much as her son is her son, I am my aunt's nephew. I'm merely a pawn. We were brought together by fate, and I learned my role well. And there were those unforeseen feelings that I was taught about, but never prepared for. And now we're here traveling, and I'm counting down the minutes until it's bloody reckoning. And to pay back in blood. To pay back in blood what was taken. Taken too early. I'm lowly. I am nothing. And I was content in that.
It seems fate listens because the Queen is under attack. And the question is, do you defend her? Novelist. Do you defend your Queen?
I will defend my queen by diverting the attention. Perhaps to catch myself a death in the fray, together with the murderous whoreson that pretends.
Joe, do you defend your Queen?
I would like to make a request to defer until the end.
That request. Jen, do you defend your Queen?
What she's put
Could you repeat, please?
after what she has put me through, I will not her.
You will not defend the Queen. Segundo, do you defend your Queen?
My wards are already in place, but I will do everything in my power to protect my pupil. Yes.
Joe, do you defend your mother and Queen?
I am the royal son, yes, but we are past times for pretenses and false voices. I may be her son, but she is no mother. and I will join my true mother by sliding a knife into the mage's back to reveal the bolt's true target. I will not defend the queen.
What we have is a tie. And so I'm going to put it to the chat.
Oh.
Oh!
Do you want me to start a poll? Like an actual poll? Because I can.
We can do a poll. I would like to know from the chat who's heard
I'm doing a poll.
everything about the mage, her lover from a foreign distant land, her pretend son, and her loyal servant.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Do we defend the queen?
2
Does
minutes.
she live or die?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Or can the fake son die, please?
What
no,
does the
no,
chat
wait, no,
say?
hold on. Bring up no again. Come on. Yeah, there we go.
No more chaotic lawful than this.
Oh my god.
Do. Spell. Magic. Make it go up.
Chat, you have about 1.5 more minutes to decide whether this queen lives or dies. This mother, this magician, this betrayer.
I just love Starbucks comment.
I
Starbuck is invested.
will
Starbucks
unfortunately
invested.
say, Lagundo, this is the knife I drive into your back.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Oh. So you
Well-
have chosen regicide. Oh, it's 50-50! It's 50-50!
Oh god.
Okay, we can do this. We can do this.
Oh my god.
It is
It's
it
beautiful.
is literally still 50-50.
45 more
Oh my
seconds.
god.
45 seconds.
Yeah, does the queen live or die? If you don't decide, I will say whether she does or not. If you
Yeah,
make
Lori is
it 50-50,
gonna-
don't make
you're
me
gonna-
do that.
Bring the gavel down.
Come on.
It's looking like it's gonna be 50.
Oh
Oh
god.
my gosh.
Oh, there.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
at this point that
Now
people are throwing bits at it.
Yeah,
Like,
people
it's
are
on
throwing
the
bits
yeah,
at this.
right now.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
I was gonna say, here, auction her life off.
I
Go
think
for it.
10
It's
seconds.
basically what we're doing, right? Oh yeah.
Oh, it's coming down to it.
Blood for the blood gods. The queen dies.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Starbuck, 160 bits. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh my gosh.
That's more than half of the votes.
Starbuck paid over $3 for this.
Lagundo, where'd you go?
Starbuck was
Oh my
invested.
gosh.
I'm
Have
dead.
they done anything? Do we know if the queen actually did anything?
I'm dead.
He wasn't a bad person. It was all the bastard. Who wasn't even a
Everyone,
bastard?
everyone
The
around
queen's
her.
husband- Yeah.
$3
Oh,
a
I'm
kill a
loving
monarchy
this.
is a good deal.
Not bad.
Oh my
Not
god.
bad.
Oh
you
look, Laura, I
guys.
became the queen though.
Well, I had to put myself
You're
somewhere.
killing your queen, guys. That is
Yeah.
that is terrible. That's
Oh,
that's
come
I
on.
mean,
God,
you guys had
cool.
me.
Can't
You
do
guys
this.
had me dead already over that amazing show you put up. Holy shit.
You're right.
This is the
I'm
perfect
king now.
ending.
Can I still kill Joe?
Yeah.
Blood
If he gets to
for
kill
the
someone, I get to
blood
kill someone.
gods.
We just there's just these four people that just stab each other's backs.
Serious play, everyone's gonna be dead. A body's just
Remember, stab
littered.
to your right.
Yeah. And from the
Yeah,
ashes.
same.
In which case, I would like to say that my original answer was going to be I abstain and protect my real mother instead. It was all down to what Jen did.
Oh man.
So I would like to say if that happens, I'd like Jen
Oh.
to survive because I take any blows for her.
Man.
You damn serving wench.
You guys, like, you went through the first game, like, all nervous and, like, I don't know how to do this, and then the second game you all just, like, smelled blood.
It is time for a death.
I think I gave them a taste of it. We whet your appetite with that one.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
My
Wow.
god,
Like
I'm
wet my
buying
blade,
this
if you know what
game.
I'm saying.
Wow. Okay, so, you know, I think we all need the rest of the evening to deal with that.
No, we need a proper like outro from Penn to describe
Yeah.
whatever
Yes,
whatever
yes.
happens. It's gonna be.
I
love.
was
Okay,
I was gonna go
have a-
through everyone's plugs, and then Pen, you can do your plug, and then the epilogue, and we'll end stream on that.
What dog?
You got it.
How's about it?
Okay.
Jen,
Sorry.
what do
Yes,
you?
hi! We're doing outros.
Yes.
Hello. I am Jennifer Peg. You can find me on Twitter at JenPeg. You can also find me every other Thursday playing Years of Iastera on Scriv the Bard's channel, as well as every Thursday on the Geeks Inc. channel playing Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign.
Amazing. Thank you, novelists.
Hi, I'm Novelist Val, and I do voices, and I play on Keys to the Surface, and I can do a wide variety of actors, and mostly fall in love, apparently, because that is what Starbuck really wants, and who am I to deny her? I'll
Very
catch
true.
you after the break, hon.
Sir, she is married. Joe.
It fits with the game. It
Oh,
fits with the game.
Joe says
What
I'm
Joe
not.
said.
Jovelis is real. Joe.
Yes. Hi. Pluggables. Hi, I'm Joe. You can see my random tweets at Very Tiny Shroom. I've nothing to plug, so once again, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, love one another, treat yourself to a nice evening. From me. Mwah.
Aw, thank you so much for being here. I think for most of you, it's your last game with us this week. And
Same.
wow, yeah, thank you all so much for your contribution and your amazing work. Like I'm a bit lost for words, so I probably won't be doing a proper like outro, which is why I'm recruiting Pen. But Lagundo, we'll see you on Sunday.
Yes. So I am Lagundo. I stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, normally playing hardcore Minecraft or other games like that. Just casual, chill, kind of welcoming community. I am also the founder and only person working at Loot Tables, and the Slim Dual Vault Kickstarter is launching maybe next Friday. I don't know. So that's gonna be super exciting, and trying to really knock it out of the park with this one and see where that takes us. So it's gonna be fun.
Absolutely. If you want to get a sneak peek at Lagundo's Slim Dice Folds, you should check our Twitter because we're giving them away this week, which is so
the first place you
cool.
can find them anywhere.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm returning on Sunday for the Raven's Wing Casino Heist. I'm going to be DMing a 5th edition 8th level
Heck
one
yeah.
shots. We're going to be live for about 4 hours. It's going to be super exciting.
Sunday, fun day.
It's going to be good.
Tune in for
Awesome.
that at 7 p.m. CET or 1 p.m. EST. And you'll be able to give your own dice vault away, the last one we do this week then, Lagundo, because we have that during your game. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to say, holy fucking shit. Thank you so much, all the players and the GM. And I think not only have we been enthralled with you, but also with the game and with the stories you wove in just such a short time. And we'll get to that now. We'll get there. And thank you all so much for reaching our 1,500 euro stretch goal during this stream, which is just insane.
That's awesome. Clap for you all.
Oh, wow. Be back here tomorrow for more from 4 p.m. CET and 10 a.m. EST. We have a donor sponsor matching donations up to 150 euros for the first 150 euros tomorrow. So that's some incentive to bring some like smaller donations and stuff, because everything you donate then will be doubled. And we've got more stretch goals and everything on our socials. You know what? I'll just tell you all tomorrow. Just come back and we'll just give the word to Pen, everything about her, and we all want to know that epilogue.
Okay, well, so hi, I'm Pen. I'm +1 Pen of Smiting. You can find me on all my socials at Pen of Smiting, and I do RPG and TTRPG cartoons of your favorite podcasts and streams. I do live drawing on my own Twitch channel, as well as doing guest appearances on things on Craftic Studios, like Star Trek Insignia, and I've also been on Saving Face. I really enjoy doing guesting and also GMing, and I'm offering one-on-one GM sessions, as well as publishing my own indie supplement games like Truth or Truth. So if you like this sort of game that is asking questions, that gets deep down great role playing and find out more about characters, you would love Tooth or Truth. It's on DriveThruRPG and itch.io. Now, at the end of this, did we determine if the queen lived or died?
The queen did, in fact, die.
I believe the
died.
queen did, in fact, die. So,
And most of us.
and as the ambush leaps out of the forest, only one of you was suspicious that this would happen, as he was the one who arranged it with promises and secrets. And as the arrows come forth, piercing into the glade, it is almost with inhuman grace that Joe stabs deep into the mage's back. The mage crumples as it pierces his wards, being that Joe had been told how to get around them from his mother, who has shared her secrets with him. Jen finds herself being shielded by Joe, unknowingly by the son that she did not realize was on this trip. While, lastly, trying to stand to protect her, Novalis has stood his ground, only to be cut down by the next volley of arrows, as they had already found their mark in the queen. In the end, only two stay standing, Joe and Jen. Their last words to each other are what reveals the last of the secrets and our final lineage of royalty. And this is where the piece dies. Thank you for playing For the Queen.
Holy crap.
Everybody dies.
Thank you so much.
Oh, so
I
good.
love sharing this game. I love having you at my table. Thank you so much for trusting me to play this completely different role-playing game.
Wow. I'm going
Was
to
a
end the
fun
stream.
time.
It was absolutely so great.
Oh my god.
You
That
guys were
was-
amazing.
Have a good night and see you tomorrow, everyone.